Optimizing your pre-workout is the key to performing at your best in a session. It's the all-important fuel that allows you to push your mind and body to its absolute limit and then some. Many take for granted just how crucial the pre-workout period is for having a great training session. What's quite sad about that is that it's not all that complicated to really nail it. Hi, I'm Jamie, an accredited nutritionist, and I help people across the world improve their body composition, gain lean muscle, and perform at their very best with cutting-edge, clinically backed nutrition strategies. Today we are talking about why pre-workout is so important, what's best to eat, and when you should be eating it. So let's break it down. Why do we need to focus on pre-workout nutrition? Exercise is hard work. I know that may be shocking to some of you, but it is. So hard in fact that it can deplete our carbohydrate stores, increase the breakdown of protein structures, including muscle protein, reduce our circulating electrolyte levels, and even leave us dehydrated. While just how severe you experience these consequences of exercise is all dependent on the duration, intensity, and environment of the activity you perform, it's a reflection of just how strenuous it can be on our body. If we don't address these issues with purposeful dietary intake, it can hamper our performance during a session and recovery after as well, even leading to poor performance and recovery in exercise sessions which then follow. So, the goal of nutrition around training should be to have a carbohydrate sparing effect and to restore stored carbohydrate, to reduce protein breakdown, to increase muscle protein synthesis, to restore any loss in electrolyte levels, and to optimize hydration levels and ultimately avoid dehydration. Here's what you should be having before training to ensure your body performs at its absolute best. Hydration is one of the most overlooked dietary factors when it comes to pre-workout nutrition. Dehydration levels equivalent to just 2% of your total body weight can lead to significant reductions in your ability to perform both physically and mentally. Fluid intake is a key component of maintaining hydration levels, especially in hot or humid conditions. A really simple way to gauge just how much fluid you should be drinking is to go by the colour of your pee. As disgusting as that may sound, your pee is actually a fantastic indicator of your hydration status. Ideally, you'd like it to be clear to straw yellow in colour, and if it's darker than this, you need to increase your fluid intake. If it's already clear, then don't be too hasty to guzzle down more fluids. You can actually also overhydrate as well, which is when you're consuming fluids at a rate beyond the capacity of your kidneys to remove it. Overhydration can be nasty, and people can experience nausea, headaches, disorientation, and may even throw up. So it's really best to avoid it. For hydration, you'll also want to make sure you're getting in plenty of electrolytes. These super duper important little minerals work tirelessly to transmit signals around the body and help regulate everything from your heartbeat to your muscle function. A telltale sign of an electrolyte shortage is the dreaded cramp. If you've ever had one of those in the gym, then you'll appreciate just how important electrolytes are. While most of us get plenty of electrolytes from a balanced diet, exercisers and athletes may want to consider supplementing with them before, as well as during exercise or competition. It's much more practical to keep on top of them this way and helps to prevent any awful cramping when you're in the middle of a tough session or hard-fought game. Isotonic drinks, or even coconut water, are both perfect options for upping your fluids and electrolytes before or even during a session. Technically, pre-workout can refer to any time leading up to an exercise session or competitive event. This could be 24 seconds before, or even up to 24 hours before. But for the sake of simplicity, we'll assume that the pre-workout window refers to the 60 minutes leading into activity. Easier that way. Now, the whole goal of this pre-exercise window is to provide a readily available source of energy. For most, that's going to be a starchy or sugary carb. There are those who are adapted to use dietary fat as their primary energy source, like those following a keto diet, but we'll just be sticking to carbohydrates here. Providing our body with a really quick to digest or readily available carbohydrate allows the body to use it in place of its own carbohydrate stores. This can help prolong exercise, delay fatigue, and even enhance performance. It can also better mentally prepare someone for exercise, making them more alert and focused. Fun fact, you can actually generate a similar effect just by washing out your mouth with sweetened fluid. You don't even have to drink it, you just swish it around and spit it back out. Now when you do that, you might get some funny looks in your local gym, but it's for the sake of science, so it's fine, isn't it? Having a source of protein may also be good pre-workout too, as it can help negate protein breakdown and stimulate the creation of new protein, but I personally don't like to recommend it too close to training. You see, having a more complex meal like this close to training, especially one containing protein as it digests quite slowly, makes some people feel a bit uncomfortable, bloated, and even nauseous. So it's best to keep it basic and just stick to your carbohydrates. If you're wondering which food sources are best, then look no further than the humble banana. Mother Nature has already perfected pre-workout nutrition in the form of bananas, rich in readily available carbohydrates, as well as being a source of electrolytes and contributing to our hydration. Watermelon is another great option as it fits a similar profile to bananas. The only real issue with watermelon is that it's much more voluminous, meaning essentially because it's mainly water, you'd have to eat a much greater serving in terms of the actual weight to get the same amount of nutrients as a banana. It's great for managing satiety and hunger, not so great if you're just about to jump into a serious exercise session. There are other fruits which are also great to have before training too. Dried fruit is amazing, especially with some roasted coconut, as is pineapple and mango. You'll want to avoid foods that have a higher fiber content, as this actually slows down the rate of carbohydrate absorption in the gut. Again, great for mostly every other situation, just not ideal for performance nutrition. Some of my other favourite pre-workout snacks are coated rice cakes, cereal, flapjacks, small handful of sweets, energy gels, and even bagels. Seriously, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, microwave cinnamon raisin bagels before training will change your life. The aim of pre-workout nutrition is to optimize your performance in session by providing a readily available source of energy as well as ensuring your hydration is on point. Carbs are your best friend pre-workout, and you'll want to go for those that are easy to break down, absorb through the gut, and be soaked up into our working muscle. Keep on top of your fluids by monitoring your pee. Remember, anything darker than clear to straw yellow and you'll need to add in some more fluids. Don't go too over the top with your hydration efforts if your pee is already clear. Don't want to overhydrate. Oh, and please do try the microwave cinnamon raisin bagel. 30 seconds is all you'll need and it'll just make your training or matches so much better. Bagels are literally the best for everything. Absolutely everything. As always, if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe to the Myprotein YouTube channel for more great evidence-based nutrition information.